And finally, to our special segment, Resurgent Africa. Amid the coups and the crises, there are many positive stories from Africa that often get overlooked, but not on this show. Our story today is from Nigeria, where the Professional Fighters League, or the PFL, has officially launched its African competition in Lagos. The fight has set the course for the launch of the PFL Africa Series next year. The continent will have its own PFL championship for mixed martial arts. This will pave the way for many to pursue the sport as a mainstream career option. Our next report gets you more on the story.
Mixed martial arts is a sport that has millions of followers and thousands of aspirants across the globe. But only a few dozen have been able to step into the ring. Sometimes it's a lack of the right opportunities, and sometimes a lack of access to adequate resources that keep many away from their dreams. However, mixed martial arts enthusiasts in Africa are now a step closer to their dream. The Professional Fighters League, or the PFL, has launched its African competition in Nigeria's Lagos city. In 2025, the PFL will have its series launched in Africa. The league will have a winning prize of a whopping $1 million. It will be chaired by Cameroonian and French mixed martial artist and boxer Francis Ngannou. The heavyweight is a former UFC champion. He's promoting the league in the continent.
You're going to see a lot of young children and young kids and stuff like that getting into MMA. You're going to see you've got African athletes that are training MMA all over the world, and I think a lot of them will want to come home now to compete in their home soil as well. And I think that will just bring such a big spotlight to Africa. There's other organisations, there's so many African champions out there, so it just shows you that Africa, we were born to be fighters, and this is what we do.
The league CEO, Peter Murray, says he has plans to ramp up training facilities and grassroots initiatives in Africa. The playoffs and championship seasons will be hosted in the continent within the next year.
Why now? It's number one, incredible athlete talent throughout, not only here in Nigeria, but throughout the continent. And they deserve their own league to compete on major media platforms and the ability to become champions here on Africa, with events staged in Africa, but also distributed around the world.
The PFL already has American and European circuits. Now the announcement of PFL Africa is music to the ears of many people, like boxing coach Bakare Akinwunmi.
This is a dream come true for me personally as a coach. So this is so that it's going to help in the area of training people, training young ones, and they know that the training is not just for fun, but the training is a pathway to a career and to something greater, something that can change the young one's life.
As a teenager, Akinwunmi was bullied in school. He used boxing as a way of escape. He found boxing to be therapeutic and a medium of self-defense. His escape has now become his career. The 40-year-old boxing coach has trained individuals who went on to compete outside Nigeria. However, Akinwunmi says that a lack of facilities and awareness about the sport discourages many from pursuing mixed martial arts as a career.
I know so many boxing gyms that people train even without shoes, and they go to train every day. And they wish they had these facilities, and they are out there. There are a lot of talents out there.
This is where the PFL will play a major role. With a series meant for the African continent alone, many will be encouraged to take up the sport. The PFL is yet to have an African-born champion. It has several fighters with roots in the continent, like 2023 light heavyweight champion Impa Kasangane of the US, or 2022 welterweight champion Sadibou Sai of Sweden, who has Senegalese heritage. With the launch of PFL Africa, it's now time to open new chapters in the league's history.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making First Post 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to First Post.